Roberto Yong versus Joe Giannetti. Roberto Yong, we've seen him here a couple times in the Cage Titans cage. This guy, if anything, has unbelievable hands. Big power in his right hand.
Big power in both hands. He was able to land good shots against Don Shanis and Brandon Fleming in his fights against those two. He's making his third walk to the Cage Titans cage against another staple at the professional level in Joe Giannetti. Someone who's been at the Ultimate Fighter, made it to the finale, and, you know, even though he's coming off of 2 losses, taking up a step up in competition against someone who's been to the big show. Does not care. Comes to fight the toughest of the tough, and he brings it. He's trying to knock you stiff.
Right. And Roberto, he's just longtime boxer, lots of knockouts on that record, so obviously we know what he wants. So we'll see what happens tonight. Very composed as he gets greased up in the prep point.
Yeah, his fight against Brandon Fleming, he was able to score a couple of key knockdowns that made that fight, you know, just a back and forth battle between the grappling of Fleming, the striking of Yong. You know, he's looking into a similar matchup right now because Joe Giannetti's been primarily a strong grappler throughout his professional career, liking to take fights to the ground, sink in chokes, loves darces, loves triangles, loves jiu-jitsu in general, but Yong looking to stuff any takedown attempt and lay those hands on him.
Yeah, Yong will definitely look to establish range. Yong will definitely look to establish range and strike from the outside, not really give him the opportunity to get in there with one of his funky chokes. But this could be a very exciting fight.
And here comes Skeletor. Q and Whitney Houston.
Of course. The signature walkout for Skeletor, as always.
Giannetti versus anyone, the comeback season on his shirt. Mahoney, line white on the corner. And we know Giannetti, he's looking for submissions, he's looking to take this down and utilize his strong jiu-jitsu game and striker versus grappler matchup, even though Joe Giannetti has many striking skills in his own right.
Yeah, he's definitely known for his submission skills. Lots of submissions on his record, but, you know, he has a very unorthodox, loose style of striking. He's a southpaw. He likes to throw a lot of looping hooks, big head kicks. He's a tall, lanky guy. It'd be interesting to see if he decides to stand with Roberto. Let's get this one going.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the 15th fight of the evening. A professional catchweight fight at 160 pounds, scheduled for 3 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, standing in the red corner with the professional record of 3 victories and 6 defeats. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he weighed in at 160 pounds. From Phoenix, Arizona, he's representing Team Ali and Central Boxing. Let's hear it for Roberto Yong. And now introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner with the professional mixed martial arts record of 8 victories and 2 defeats and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, and he weighed in at 160 pounds. From Rockland, Massachusetts, he's representing South Shore Sport Fighting. Let's hear it for Joe Skeletor Giannetti. And when the action begins, our referee for this matchup is Chris Burke.
160-pound professional fight. Joe Giannetti, Roberto Yong, Chris Berkman in charge.
Yong in the white trunks, Skeletor, Giannetti in the purple trunks. They touch him up in the middle. A lot of mutual respect between these two. Not really in on the double
and
right away.
In on the takedown. It is clear that yeah.
Big double leg takedown there for Skeletor right off the bat.
Right in front of the broadcast booth. He is in half guard on top. Roberto Yong really needs to start posting and walking his way back up. And Joe Giannetti keeping that underhook on the left side to keep his opponent controlled here. This is when we commentate like golf, and we have to whisper so they don't hear advice.
Oh. Giannetti looking for the neck here.
He's got a wrist under the chin already. He's trying to squeeze that 10 finger.
Yeah.
No, rotates over to the back.
To the back.
Kicking up the aggression
right
is Joe Giannetti with this ground and pound. Roberto Yong blocking a lot of these. You know, weathering the storm. He did against Brandon Fleming for a couple of rounds and was able to score some knockdowns later. All of these are hitting the head, the hands. He's got to scramble to get out. There he is. He posts up. One hook in for Giannetti, though, off of that.
Setting up the rear naked here.
Young's doing a good job fighting the hands. Trying to stay aware of that hand by his chin.
One hook for Skeletor. And we saw when Roberto Yong fought Brendan Fleming, you know, even Fleming had a hard time breaking this turtle position.
Joe's a little high. If Yong could build up a tripod, maybe shake him off a little bit, come out the back door.
Now he's on the neck. Oh, attacking the hands is
Oh,
Yong.
he's
Oh,
underneath.
there it is.
That's a deep
That's
choke
gonna be it.
attempt. He's trying to fight the hands, and there's the
There's the
tap.
tap.
First round submission victory for Joe Skeletor Giannetti. A rear naked choke finish over Roberto Yong in round number 1. Shoots in on the double right away and gets to work. Slowly creeping those hooks in, slowly taking the back and cinching that forearm across the throat, squeezing, earning the tap, earning the finish.
Yeah, and just right away, make no mistake about it. Joe wanted to get in, get it out. He knew he had the advantage on the ground, and that's exactly where he wanted to take this fight, get that submission. Didn't even give Roberto a chance to get off his own game plan.
No, and that's what you got to do. Stick to the game plan. Fight your best fight.
For sure. And Giannetti will climb to 9-2. He's ahead of me on 1. I'm 8-2, now he's 9-2. Come on.
Don't live in a comparative lifestyle.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for these two warriors. Referee Chris Burke has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 23 seconds of round number 1, giving you your winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Joe Skeletor Giannetti.
Just like that, Giannetti climbs to 9-2. Oh, he asked for the mic, and Andy faked him out. He ran off with the mic.